If you want to learn how to turn this 3-row granny square into a mistletoe inspired Christmas stocking, this video is for you. And if you hate follow along to a video tutorial, I'm going to have the written pattern linked down in the description box below. And for everybody else, if you don't know how to read a pattern, this video is perfect because along with this video tutorial, I like to write the pattern instructions above so you can learn as you go. All right, the materials that we'll be using for this pattern, I am using 3 colors of Caron Simply Soft and a 5mm crochet hook. But if you would like to make your stocking a little bit bigger, this one measures 12 inches exactly. I recommend you can go up to a 5.5 to a 6mm crochet hook to make this slightly larger. Any bigger of a hook will distort it too much. All right, so enough of this. Let's hop directly into the tutorial. We're going to begin with a magic ring. If you can't make a magic ring, just chain 4 and slip stitch into that first chain to form a ring. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet throughout this pattern. Now let's place 2 double crochets back into this ring. 1 and 2. Chain 1. Now begins our pattern repeat. We're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 1 into the ring 3 times. I'll work the first one with you. So 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. All right, repeat that 2 more times. So 3 double crochets, chain 1, 2 more times. Pause your video here and I'll meet you at the other side. We've made it back around and you should have a total of 4 clusters, and I ended with a chain stitch. So now you can take that tail and tighten up that center. All right, so now we're going to slip stitch into the top of your chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And join your work. Sorry, blurring out. And you can fasten off your work. Now I'm going to take my second color, the color for the leaves, and I'm going to attach it to any one of these chain 1 spaces. I think I will attach it right here. And once you have it attached, we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember, this counts as a double crochet. We're going to place 2 more double crochets back into this stitch. Well, into this space. 1, 2, chain 1. Place 3 more double crochets back into the space. 1, 2, 3, and this makes the corner. All right, so now begins our pattern repeat. We're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 spaces around. So I'll show you for this next one. So we're going to place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now 3 double crochets back into the same space. 1, 2, and 3. And that's your second corner. All right, so we're going to repeat this pattern 2 more times. So pause your video here and I'll meet you at the other side. We We made it back around, and this is what your work should look like. And now we're just going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And after you join, for this round, you can fasten off your work. And now we're going to do the very last round. All right, once again, attach your yarn to any one of your chain 1 spaces, which are your corners. My last color is going to be the white. And just like before, we're going to start the round the exact same way. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 double crochets back into the same space. 1, 2. Chain 1. That white is hard to see. Oh, now 3 double crochets back into the same space. Don't know if I said that. That was 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so now we are going to place 3 double crochets into the side of your square. It says this is corner. We're just going to place 3 double crochets into the side. 1, 2, and 3. Now begins our pattern repeat. So the pattern repeat for this is a little bit longer, but it's simple. We are going to place 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space, which is your corner stitch right here. And on the side stitch, we're going to place just 3 double crochets. We're going to do that a total of 3 times. I'll work the first one with you. So 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So here's the first set. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 more double crochets back into the same stitch. Sorry, I got in the zone. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, we've made it to the side space right here. We're going to place 3 double crochets just into the side space. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so you're going to repeat this pattern above 2 more times. To make it simple, just place your corners in the corners, and on your side, just place 3 double crochets. Alright, so pause your video here, and I'll meet you at the other side. We've made it back around, and you should have a total of 12 clusters, and you can slip stitch a joint into the top of that chain 3 stitch, and you can fasten off your work. And that is how you make this really super easy granny square. So now all you have to do is make 17 more for a total of 18. And I'll meet you on how to assemble this. We're going to be laying our squares down the wrong side facing up, and I want you to lay them out exactly like this. We'll be joining from left to right and up and down. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I join mine together. All right, now you're going to sew these together. You can use a needle and yarn, but I'm going to crochet them together. So let me show you how I do it. I'll take 2 of my squares and face them together, wrong side facing out. And I'm going to attach my yarn through the chain 1 space. So I'm going to put my hook through this chain 1 space, find the back, and that chain 1 space, and I'm going to attach my white yarn. Okay, I like to work through the front loop of the first panel. Let me show you. It's probably hard to see. But when you work through the front loops only, if you can see how there's V's, we're going to be working in the front part of the, trying to make a shadow, the front part of the V's. So I'm going to go into the front V of this panel. And on the back panel, it's hard to see, I'm going to go through the back loop. Let me see if I can cover it up. Can you see the V and the back loop right there where my nail is touching? And, okay, ooh, this is so bright. Let me see if I can turn down this light. Okay, I think you can see the yarn better. And slip stitch. Still hard to see. But I'll try to tell you as much as I can. So go to the front loop of the first granny square, the back loop of the second granny square, and slip stitch. And repeat. Front loop, back loop, and slip stitch. And make sure you're not doing this too tight. Alright, so pause your video here and continue sewing your granny squares or slip stitching your granny squares together. Okay, we have all of our squares sewn together, and now we're going to form the boot and close it off the rest of the way. So lay your squares out like this. Take the top end, fold this in half. Okay, now go down to the bottom part and fold these two squares over one. Now, the corners of your work, these are going to be folded into a triangle, like so. This one forms the heel, and this one will be folded into a triangle also, and that forms the slope of the stocking. Alright, so that's what it should look like. So now we're just going to sew right here, sew these corners down, and then we'll move on to the very last part of your Christmas stocking. We've completed slip stitching our stocking together, and this is what your work should look like. Okay, so guys, make sure your work is on the wrong side facing out, and we'll start on the top part of your stocking. Alright, we're going to attach our yarn to the very back of our work into any one of your double crochet stitches. And once you have it attached, chain one. We are going to double crochet into this very same space. Now we are going to double crochet in each one of these stitches all the way around. So go into the next stitch and complete a double crochet. Quick tip, when you make it to this join part, when you make it to this join part right here, you can place a double crochet into this space. So pause your video here, continue making double crochets around the cuff of your work, and I'll meet you at the other side. We completed that row of double crochets. Now we're just going to slip stitch to join into the top of that very first double crochet. Now chain one. For this round and remainder rounds, we are going to be doing front post double crochets. To do that, you're going to yarn over. I know it's hard to see your work. I'll bring it closer. I want you to go behind that stitch and back out through the front. So you're pushing that double crochet forward. Yarn over and complete a double crochet as normally. I'll show you another front post double crochet. Let me get a little closer. Yarn over. You see the post right here? We're going to go behind that, push that post forward, yarn over, and complete your double crochet as normally. You're going to front post double crochet in each stitch around for the next 5 rounds. And don't forget to slip stitch to join at the end of each round. Pause your video here and I'll meet you at the completion. We've completed those rows. So now you're just going to turn your stocking the right side out and take the top of your work and fold it over for the cuff. And your stocking is all done. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure you check out my other Christmas patterns, and I'll see you all on the very next video. Bye, guys.